and all this, ranging from my wife, my brother, my father, my dead mother, my government, my president, all these tourists, the law enforcement, the fire department, everybody. When they say something and I like them, I gotta do them. So Sean, like with Mark Mays and shit, it's like he's phrasing everything negatively, so I do it all negatively. When he says something, I resist. But with Sean, it's like, hey Nate, can you, or he didn't even ask, can do show your scream on your next live. And if I had a copyright strike and my live privileges were all gone, I couldn't. But I checked, and then I'm allowed to stream. So a lot of commands are nestled secretly. But one thing that's reliable with Sean and all the people who are on my whitelist, they just in shock right now that their command is being followed. So like I didn't have anything prepared. Good, me neither. That's what Eskrima is all about. When you get attacked by somebody like with Eskrima or any weapon at all, they're not gonna send you 9 months in advance. Hey, you're gonna get attacked by me. You have to be ready. And most times you have nothing at all other than your environment. Let's say this wall or this floor or that ceiling. Okay? And what I do have is like about 9 minutes and 11 seconds of waiting for Sean to catch up his brain. Is like he's still talking in the bus chat, but Chatterbox Nouveau, thinking I'm there when, I know for a fact he doesn't have notifications on or there's something wrong. Okay? So I have about 9 minutes and 11 seconds of zero chatters and zero likes to prep the dojo. Or we don't have dojos in the Philippines. It's just a place of learning. And I'm not going to make this a combination martial arts like English or Tagalog lesson because why bother? Jollibee's is supposed to do all that for free or free 99. You pay for your food. Thank you, sir. Yeah. They have nice looking cashiers with tight jeans. Filipinos have very nice jeans. But we didn't invent the butt. God invented the butt and how you wear your jeans. Fantastic. If you like my stream, you're gonna ruin it. But you're on the whitelist. So anyway, let's discuss Eskrima. Okay. Now Eskrima is basically manipulation. You take a stick like this. It's not your stick, Sean. Like somebody. If you're an archer, you're gonna run out of ammo, and all you're doing is holding a stick. That's a bow. Could be made out of metal, plastic, or whatever, wood, but you have no more ammo. So they always ask people, where do you put all your ammo? In my enemies. Like you just find corpses riddled with arrows, and then this will do, right? So these are my arrows. This is my quiver. This is you. I'm gonna put Sean. You look like a Holocaust victim. I really am. And I'm good with the Jews. They let me say that. Jews, Jews, Jews. In my event yesterday, I went to the bathroom and they had a bar mitzvah. I saw a guy in full Orthodox regalia go into a stall. I was like, oh, don't they have their own private things for the thing? And they're like, I want to feel like the Gentiles today. I was like, okay, I'll take a shit next to you. It's nice. It's like you're a Chinese peasant. You're harvesting the rice. You looked over your right shoulder. Holy shit, this is the Emperor of China. He's depressed about something. He's harvesting rice with me. Well, you're gonna. I mean, isn't everything in Australia trying to kill you, including sticks? You move it. He was Orthodox. I think he was like the guy who stopped Hitler. He time traveled just to take a poop next to me. I don't know. He didn't identify, but it's like when you go into a restroom or the thing is like, hey, that's not a usual sight. And then you look around the American Dream Mall. Oh, that's why. My promo in America event, and they had a bar mitzvah on the other side of the mall. Yeah? So anyway, you wanted to learn all about his scream, I'll tell you. Open hand first. Okay, I know you're a big guy, you got tattoos, whatever, but you're always down $100 for whatever. That is your Eskrima stick. If you can find a stick and it's like, right, I'm negative 100. Right, but you haven't used it in your bums. How come Australia is not the number one country of all time when you have all these weapons? And that means that it's like fascist regulated. The fascists know. They just like, don't use that on me, idiot. It would be odd if you're a botanist and then you got like poisoned by your own plant. So I'm gonna teach you eskrima in the time-honored way. I just made somebody drop their water. Okay? You don't think this is an eskrima stick. It's very fragile. It can break. It's got a filter. Okay? You have a coat hanger. Perfect. A coat hanger can poke you in the eye right away. If you're an idiot, and I know you are, you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna learn eskrima. Let's unfold the hook and straighten it out, and now I have a hurdy thing. The first thing that coat hanger will do is try to pop you in the fucking eye. There's a difference between doing this, unlit, and doing this, which is lit. Right? And so do a lot of abortion clinics. You know? Just to drive home the lesson, Matt Damon wants me to take this end and put it into my eye. Right now I can't smoke it. Right? What I can do is take the unlit one and put it here. And then he's like, well, I did all you said, Matt Damon. I wanted it lit. That's what eskrima is all about. Manipulation of the command. Okay? And since there's another person in here, I don't know why. It's only 6:25. My goal in all of this live streaming is to have an episode where I can hit 9 minutes and 11 seconds with 0 chatters and 0 likes. I've hit about 2,000 live streams where that doesn't work. You know? So this is, how do you like them escrimas? Yeah, he never said that. You like escrimas? How you like them escrimas? I got a number and all that. Whatever. I don't see Matt Damon here because he's scared. He's a little wussy. Natalie Portman isn't. She came when I called. Like earlier, she was singing the not the Doja Cat, but the Saja Boys, My Little Soda Pop, and then all the Guyanese people in the Golden Meir Park were just staring at a black guy singing. Only I knew it was Natalie Portman. It was the best. And then, like, you know, they did Huntrix. It's like, I'm done shining now. Just totally random. That probably homosexual man has his like, Winter Village. Or that was probably Matt Damon. The thing is, if you regret not interacting with a celebrity, that was probably him dressed up like as a Liberace. He applied for the same role as Owen Benjamin Smith. Owen Benjamin Smith got the role, or no. Matt Damon got the role, but Owen's been like spurring as like that meat demon, blah blah blah. There's a lot of gossip, you know. So anyway, you're gonna learn all about eskrima, the Filipino martial arts thing, right? So what he wants me to do is take this lit thing and burn it into my eye. Do not do that. Take the other end as a smoker and do this, okay? Or take an unlit cigarette, any other end, and put it in your eye. Do not use the lit end. It's gonna hurt, okay? That's rule number 1 in learning Filipino martial arts. Do not listen to the enemy trying to hurt you. Okay? It works for all martial arts, actually. Hey, it'd be a lot easier if you played in traffic. For you, sure. Verbally. Okay, you set up the fight. Now, I don't look like much. I'm 5'4". I'm 160 right now. I have like a concrete barrier here. So just in case Natalie Portman tries to kill me with a bicycle, I step aside and then the bicyclist gets here, right? So no, I mean, it could. You're supposed to scream and freeze the person, like, like FBI, open up, something like that. If you recoiled, then that means you're already lost. Even the guy is like, well, you have all the weapons, stop. And then there's like, the cringe back. You set up that I'm weak, pitiful, all my weapons are with us. That's a headbutt. Okay? You are a stick. Don't believe it's like you have to buy a special stick to enter my eskrima class. Most likely, just like the Navy SEALs, it's like, hey kid, you want to learn sniping? Get this one. And they'll disarm you. They're marauders. You don't know how to hold your weapon. You've only held it for like a week, a month, a year, but it's not part of you. There are actually much taller Filipinos, but that's a good first strike. Okay? I'm a lefty, so you aim for my temple. At 5'4", you could play center for the Filipino national basketball team. But let's look at your claim. One, you spell it the Commonwealth way, the British way, centre. Okay, the Americans we spell it ER, and that's because there's a lot of errata, erogenous zones, something. Ernie Reyes Jr. Okay, and then the second mistake, if you want to call it that, or I'll call it corrections. Who is the cutest? Yes, you are. And it's cold too. Sometimes there's dogs or babies, and I just have to interact. I'm sorry. I'm an uncle, right? So your first strike at my temple is just like, oh, okay, boom, right there. You see the red cherry? If you're normally drunk and it's like, hey, we're friends, and your friend accidentally burns your nose, yes, good. You're not taking notes. For all I know, you're the greatest Eskrima master. Oh my God, that is a cute. I wanted you to see this. Like that is the cutest fursuit I've ever seen. Absolutely, it's different from all the other fursuits. In that, like, get the furry, get their pelts. It's actually cute. Okay, so your first strike, first position, one. That's good. So as the greatest like MMA Eskrima master of all time, the first thing they did was hit you on the head from behind, the knockout game, so that you forgot all of your thinking. Sí, sí. Todo el día, muy frío. Buenas noche. You listen to mommy. She could hold you upside down, actually, if you don't listen. Hey, Golem. Okay, so Golem, now he's undead, like me. I've been grooming Golem to be a vampire. Vampires, other than steaks and, like, sacred oil and whatever, that doesn't even have all the things. Or Screamer, huh? Bonk. Ow, that really hurt. That's what happened to me when I was a vampire. I'm a werewolf. Hey, Matt, this is the law enforcement. So, Crady is the Golem. I met him as Golem, even though he's a vampire now. He can't. It's just like meeting the consul general, and she's ambassador. You always think of her as consul general. Shukran. Abdullah, Oma. That Abdullah means servant of God, and or slave of God. And then you want to see the cutest like Islamic baby? Hello. Hi, they're beautiful. They greeted me. Shukran. Afwan. I'm learning a little bit. So anyway, back to the screamer. And you can teach this to children too. It's basically my mom and my grandma will kill you. That's why you have two sticks. Like mom, grandma, kill them. Like that. Bye-bye. Yeah, I know you do. Can you work for FDNY? Just for today. Fire department is all about melee. Okay, Matt? Whether you're an informant, snitch, or whatever, just you gotta do this stuff too. You gotta make arrests, and then citizen arrest or whatever. You have so that you get to be able to have the strength to say NYPD works for me. Not true yet, but since you have the balls to say I work for NYPD, you're just trying to dominate or intimidate people. Oh no, you work for the NYPD? If you want. I don't know how good he is at secretarial work, but see. Oh, actually, I misunderstood. See, like they're of Spanish descent, but they as a shukran, they thought I was Muslim, which is cool. Uma Abdullah. I learned that from talking with people. I say todo el día muy friente, muy frío. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And all that shit. Oh, right, us. Listen, if you have peers in your room right now, yeah, they're always shitting on us. The first thing real NYPD retired detectives would say, what do you mean us? You weren't there. Were you there in 1990s during the Chinatown thing? How many ghost shadows did you personally strangle? What's the number? I was there. You know what I mean, Matt? Where were you? After that thing, they assigned 50 cops permanently in Chinatown. So, what do you mean, us? Right? So that's just a little bit of the eskrima. You take any word like cheesecake, there's a history behind it. Why is it eskrima instead of España? Right? Right, you were 6, and then you didn't help at all. You weren't a lookout. You didn't say, hey, don't hit my friend. I'm 6. But that's my uncle. You didn't do shit, right? You're a quitter, and we all know it. That's why you say I work with the for the NYPD, but the NYPD doesn't work for you. They could help me. They don't help me at all, but they don't hurt me at all. You know what I mean? The closest they did to hurting me is grabbing my left arm here with a thumb and implanting all the NYPD via nanites or nano robots into my left elbow. I'm still unpacking that. Okay, I have working news. Okay, new guy, go take a walk for all the new rookies who can. Go get us some coffee. Yeah, I do. I always have a marker golem. What am I, new? Do you have one of these though? Since you asked me a question, and yes, I do. Golem or a vampire? Do you have one of these? It's a two-part. I can do it here or whatever. Do you have one of those? This is to prove I'm a werewolf and not a vampire. This is a holy sigil. It should burn all vampires. I was a vampire, I'm not. I'm alright. Okay, so, alright. Yeah, Riggins. Yeah. My favorite. Man, that bummed me out. You know, I didn't notice for like a week that Riggins had passed. He didn't even visit me, Golem. I like on my live stream, I always shouted him out. Hi, Riggins. How you doing, Riggins? He didn't. He's like all pets. He went to under some porch and didn't even let me know. He let you know because you have his physical body. His soul could have visited. I was like, a street light explained. Riggins must have fucking died. That piece of shit, you know. But cats are cats. And because Riggins is pissed, now he's hiding my marker. It's silver. You know what I mean? I had a marker, and Riggins is like, I know you're gonna talk shit, you piece of shit. Who gives a shit? Shit. I wish I had my marker. Usually, I gave away my big fat cat marker or whatever. What kind of graffiti artist isn't ready at all times to bomb or tag up or whatever? But they just did a raid here of all these people, the halal barbecues. Hey, you know, it's your birthday. That's right. Sometimes I listen to like let's say the Darkers, like they're right. He's holding his kid. It's your birthday. Don't make excuses. And that goes for Reggins and all your pets. So I'm sorry I don't have a pet. That's how I know Reggins is apologetic. Well, I can't do much, but I can hide your marker. I was like, okay, Reggins. I still call him a piece of shit because like sometimes cats are that. You brought an opossum into my house or an elephant. How are you going to eat it? And then you just tell him, you're a bad kitty, no donut, you piece of shit. And he drags the elephant out of your house.
I'm sure. Saw it in the theater together when it came out. I was just.
So you'll be hearing some background like from the real. You know what I'm saying? Like what Matt mentioned before. Okay? Learn, guys. At first, it's the pretext Eskrima. But if you go to an Eskrima school and he's smoking, these are your sticks. Defeat me. Let the games begin. What are you going to do? Right? Like somebody could break all your cigarettes over their knee and it's like, you're unarmed now. But how many children do you see, babies, toddlers, walking around with a cigarette? Hey, yo, get away from my stroller. You're smoking it too. Why do that? Smoking is bad for you. So the only time I can teach Eskrima my way is if I'm smoking outside in the freezing cold with no like possible chance of securing a really strong stick made out of metal to bash people into the thing. Okay? That's what Eskrima is all about. First, learn to cope by fighting somebody who's stronger than you. It's like you couldn't even hold your stick right. You're on the floor, my foot's on your neck. How do you win here? You don't. Go back to your seat and then I teach you. Hey, Don. Speaking of somebody who's better than me at all things as a judge and etc. So now I prepped all of you as a teaching assistant. Don will tell you all about Eskrima because he has a gavel. A gavel is bigger than a stick. It has a weight at the end, and it's just a little tiny hammer with a striking base, and it makes a thing called a resound. That means that the judgment is final, no mercy, no kissy wussy. Just take your time like a man, and that's all. You could, but then if you intentionally disarm yourself by taking off your shoes, you lost. Look at me. I have shoes. Look at what's available here. Okay? There's a hot hands, there's a glove, and I have shoes. Am I shoeless right now? Are all these people shoeless? It's fucking freezing. So when you ask questions like this, Judge, do I have to be guilty to go to prison? If you believe it, sure. I don't know, man. Like you have friends who got stabbed in the face. And I know you're just joking about this screamer, but there may be some people after you that might benefit from this. Yeah, I would believe it. And that's my main beef with the judge, Dawn. I've watched G.I. Joe. There's a scene where like Storm Shadow fights Snake Eyes, and Snake Eyes has the law enforcement baton, you know? And then there's a knife inside. It's like you don't understand law enforcement at all. If you fight like a criminal, go to Cobra. All you get in like law enforcement, here's a stick of authority. Win with it. But if you have to hide a knife, go stab somebody. I've seen the judge bite a fucking hurricane. That's a guy who knows how to use his environment. That's why he's in Florida. I'm in New York. Okay? He'll do anything, not even the courtesy of this, like bopping you on the head and then you fall. He'll just take on his knife. I'm like, ow, judge, this is really hurting me. Stop it. Welcome, Riggin. And, you know, in all due respect for a great feline warrior, this always happens. I just start on a positive thing and then bring it together. Anyway, fake joy and happiness. All right, so I'm here I'm here to. I'm here to work. I'm here. He's like a nephew to me, you know that? All right, gotta do this for Riggins. Hi guys, it's your Uncle Nate, and I'd love to. You gotta power through like Saturday Night live from New York. It's Saturday night. Lauren, give me a second. Is this sketch the cold open where I welcome Riggins to New York City? And I have to get all these emotions under control. All right. Alec Baldwin, you're a 28 time. How did you do this, man? Oh, God, it hurts so hot. All right. Sorry. I have to dip into a different persona. I'm going to submerge myself. Who would do it? Raceland Megere. Hello, all. I'm Raceland Megere. And I'd like to welcome all Riggins to all of this New York City. That is a wonderful architecture here in the corner of 40th and that poor fucking cat. He absorbs so many attacks. Wait, I'm gonna try some other persona. Raceland, go away. Commander Samuel L. Vimes of the Discworld. Ankh-Morp Court. Is it the first time you ever lost pets? Come on, bring it up. All right, so hi all. Just ignore all the previous stuff. This is minute zero. So I'm here to welcome Riggins, the cat, you know, floating around all happy and stuff, to New York City. I'm here at the corner of 40th and Avenue of the Americas, and that's the Chinese building, and then that's the Kobe Bryant Park, Zucker's Bagels, You see, we have the Bank of America Winter Village. Have a great time. We have lots of catnip, Riggins. She just smiled at them. Riggins. Damn it. Damn it. She's a sassy black lady with just like a badonkadonk, just smiling. Riggins was a boy dog or boy cat. Now she's like, almost Beyonce. Florida man. Thank you, Dawn. This is why the judge, like, he bit a fucking hurricane. I saw it. I swear to God. And Florida man gives like is the literally the worst superhero of all time. Florida man finds bear and rapes it. Yeah, no, it had to be done. I had to get some side of the catharsis. All this ugly trauma had to come out. So now I have a Florida man persona. You know. So anyway, yeah, like death is an illusion. This is just the Matrix. In Florida, that's where we had. I've been to Florida. I know all about the penitentiary stuff. I had some people who served time there and all that. So being a Florida man, I went to Disneyland, Disney World, everything. Yeah, nothing really bothers me. Like Mexicans eat cats and shit, whatever. I have to get a little bit of racist and sexist just to cope. So, what's a Riggins really? Like Ronald Reagan's, am I right? Okay, I think I got it under control. Yeah. So because my wife said leave almost three times, and I asked the AI, and it translated to me. When somebody you care about says leave, and your mom passed away, you can't go home. Like the day after her funeral, it's like mom's just kidding, right? She's gonna pop out, surprise, caught you crying, and then day one, and from that day until a year, many years, she's not coming back, and neither is Riggins. Nah, I hated that fucking cat dying on me, piece of shit. As a Florida man, there's plenty more. He probably sired a lot, like a trillion kittens. You know what I mean? Thank you, Don. I really, really. Shut up, man. The actor? What are you, Christopher Lloyd? I can't wait to review all my breakdowns because, like, if I really was a Saturday Night Live talent, Lauren would be like, or Keenan Thompson, like, the fuck's wrong with you? Are you a professional or not? No, it's just someone like my co-actor said a line and it just hit hard and give me a second. You know what I mean? It's not like easy. You know? They do that a lot. Like, oh shit, Alec Baldwin, the 28-time host. Let's try to break him. How is your, like your daughter, Ireland, is a whore. Yeah, you would say that, like that. You know what I mean? It's hard to break Alec Baldwin. And he went on Taft's. At that point, once I saw him on Taft's, it's like, what's next? Adam Friedland, Robin Williams back from the dead, Hitler? Like, you don't know what he's going to do next. That wasn't on my bingo card that, Alec Baldwin would go on a joke show and Raptor Johnny's been saying this, like, yeah, I'm leaving, this is the Adam Friedland show. Many episodes later, they got Alec Baldwin. Yeah, because he's fat, and then it's like, there's a scene where he's like the fairy, and then they canceled that. But they didn't like it because his legs were dangling off frame, and they thought, hey, that looks like somebody who hanged themselves. So we can't air that. It's like, oh, I'm flying, and then he got stuck. And it's like, for fuck's sake. I mean, they worked it in, but you can only see fat people, like, falling into tables for so long before it's like, yeah, what else you got? So the current trend is, like, trying to get somebody into deadly serious stuff and then just break down because of emotions. Like what I just did. Yeah, how did he do that? He was in Meteor Man as the shoveler. I don't know what kind of, like, magic Adam Friedland is, but I don't want any. I'm just wondering. I'm curious. How does he pull that many people? Celebrities that wouldn't give me the time of day is like, yeah, you're a faggot, Alec Baldwin. And then he takes yeah, I'll see you later in the next episode. Amazing, really. Adam Friedland called him a faggot so many times for 2 hours. Jesus. I didn't even need to see the whole episode. It's just the preview, the thumbnail is just like, that motherfucker is calling me the faggot for 2 fucking hours, and I'm Alec Baldwin. He looks so pissed. Yeah, go ahead. I like how you edit my stuff, I like whatever you put on here and whatever. Okay? So, Reagan's, all due respect, just like Don Rickles. This is all in good fun. When I call you a piece of shit, you weren't my piece of shit, you were his. Anyway, even Florida man couldn't beat it. Like, I can tell he was really coddled and comforted. I hate being silent. Like, this is dead air. So I gotta fill it in with either with crocodile tears, some ridiculous joke like, oh, Riggins, Garfield, and Heathcliff walked in a bar. One of them ducks. Quack. That'll give me time to reconnoiter. So I got the very rare laugh out of Dawn, the judge. Judges are supposed to be deadly serious. Like, you're sentenced to 93 consecutive life sentences. And so a lot of times, like, you get that one criminal is like, you would say that. Like Alec Baldwin. And I saw him in a taxi cab. It's like somebody accosted him right away. It's like, hi, take a picture of me. And he looked so miserable. I was in the car right behind him. Yeah, I'll get you later, man. I'll just, whatever. Like, celebrities are fucking tired. I know, right? It was a big surprise. At that point, I'm asking Adam Friedland, because I challenged Nicholas James Mullen to a duel at the Chelsea, what do you call it? Michaels? He won. I'll tell you all that now. I'm a defeated enemy of Cumtown. I don't mind. I know you are. That's why you dress down, like, yeehaw. I'm like one of you, Florida man. But when you see me in Chambers, you will stand. I've seen ladies like that. I'm on my way to work. Why did you pull me over? You don't recognize, right? I'm identifying now. I'm not the right skin color, or maybe I'm a little off-white. Still white. I know you are. That's why I cherish these times when you make jokes. I'm the bailiff. It's like I've been to a thing where it's just like, while we're all waiting and for our materials, I see the judge joking with the bailiff and the prosecutor. He's like, hey, what are you gonna get for lunch later? I'm in the mood for Chinese. Oh no, we ate Chinese yesterday. Next, yes, multiple serial killer. That's fake. I know he's listening. Alec, you coming in or what? He's probably fiddling with my jittery camera work. It's like, that guy needs a stabilizer. You gotta keep Alec Baldwin busy. You're a bit of a nerd. I'm doing my best with my broken shoulder or arm, just trying to stabilize this by using this. So we've strayed far. One, I told you, Golem knows basically until you pray over the wooden stake with garlic oil, he'll just insert something. Vampires do this all the time. Have you seen my dead love? Says Strahd. Okay. And then you have no answer for that because, I didn't do it and somebody else did it. It's a vampire war and I was just too young. Like Leo saying, I was 6. Imagine arguing with a vampire. Like, where were you during the Great War of Tatiana? I was literally human. Sorry. Couldn't help. Okay? I think I can talk about Riggins. Riggins, who's the good shadow cat?
Meow, 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 meow.
Sometimes Riggins or cats like to hide in shadows. You don't know they're there until their eyes go open like this. Wow. Ask Golem, man. Alec hair loss. That's good. That's good. So that's your first serious poke. Okay? I'm just going to demonstrate. This is already they're not going to arrest me. Hey, you're defacing our park property. There's branches all over. Okay? So this is your first lesson, is the scream at them. Golem will interrupt, all of you will interrupt, but I'm trying to teach Sean here. Okay? So this is a stick. If I was just like a Nephilim, Anunnaki and all that, I just disarmed some human. Oh, you're the greatest scream guy of all time. This is your toothpick. You know what I mean? Your enchanted magical weapon that kills all Anunnaki and Nephilim is in my possession. So you're disarmed. Now, if you follow me, I'll give it back. If you know, like, if you go to Catholic churches, Saint Michael's always like this, like he's gonna stab Satan. No, it's Satan's like, give it back. Nope, mine. Reach it and mine. Reach it and mine. Reach it and mine. That's what that means. Okay. So Sean, with his Alec hair loss, did a first proper poke. This is the position. Okay, first you're just like trying to poke hemorrhoids out of your ass. You're in the okay position, like the fascists and all that. But okay, you start at O. You wrap your middle finger and then your ring finger. And if you don't have a wedding ring, you're behind the game. Okay, but you know, so you do one, like that, like you're pinching nipples or a clitoris, right? And then you put your middle finger on top of it. So now it's twice as hard, and she's screaming, "Stop!" It's a more. Okay? So that. So first position, this. When you do that poke that Sean just did. Okay? First position, second position, third position is this. Now there's three. Okay? Executive, legislative, judicial. This is the force at dawn. How can you get your pinky onto this? You can't. So you always lift it up. That means you're serious. Okay? When you're fighting somebody and then you're like this, it's like, oh, you're taking it seriously, you dab that. If they're fighting somebody like this, they're serious. They don't care that you're gonna break their pinky because they're gonna take that rage and then really punch through. But if a guy's like, I'm gonna protect my pinky, you're not a serious opponent. Okay? There's no fucking way in all this. You're gonna break my pinky if I'm protecting it. I don't need that extra range. If you see somebody like this, and the first thing, like Batman, is like he has no, shoot him in the mouth, and he protects it with his cowl. Now he's pissed. You're trying to kill me. Boom. If you're fighting somebody and there's like this, the flag of I'm serious, and then you break their pinky, they're really not gonna stop at just stabbing you. They're gonna run you over with a bus and all that shit. I notice you guys are all quiet. Where's the jokes now? And Sean just did that naturally, instinctively. Alec, hair loss, right? It shouldn't be funny. It is to me. It's only funny. It's only funny because I was prepared for it, and he still tagged me right here with this little stick. He tagged me. How ridiculous! It's like a Goliath. It's like, even though I was monologuing, I have your stick. Missed here, but he still got me. Now I look like a unicorn. That's what Eskrima is all about. Okay? So once you graduate from cigarettes to little sticks that you think, if somebody says, I'm scared by you, why? Because I'm holding a toothpick that I got from the thing? I'm that scary, my reputation precedes me? Here, you can have it. I just put it down. Right? That's a screen. Okay, so now you're taking knots. First, fix all your typos. Take a stick or your nightstick or whatever authority and just put typos on it. That way you get Texas on there. If you bought it from Texas, it's made in Texas. But even if there, you just put a piece of paper made in typos. Unicorn, right. Okay? So, if like here in New York, you see many people wearing samurai swords, like sticks or something, like in full uniform. But so is ICE. ICE will do something, and it's like they sign the paper, and if you look at it, this isn't from a valid judge. You just like a self-signed website certificate. You said this is good, and I'm supposed to believe you. You're better off using the hook. You gotta be fire department. Fire departments have harpoons, and it's not just poking stuff, but you can use the hook to pull out somebody's ankle when you're arguing with them. Okay? Firefighters will do that. They're like, yay, chief, I don't like the schedule. I'm gonna get this hook. The chief will lift his leg up. Nice try, asshole, I was a fireman. So you gotta have that hook. You like post the candy cane emoji. That will be your temporary day one as a fire department person. If you're pretending, it was like, I work with the NYPD, they'll let you do it. FDNY won't let you pretend. You gotta carry the hoses, carry the water, carry the chicken, whatever. What word did you see? I didn't want to be copying. Is there a Chinese cop named Ying? Or is that your name? Hi, Ying Leo. You didn't want to be copying? That's the kind of jokes NYPD has. Hey, Tommy, I think I remember this guy. So are you, yeah, that's a cop. Hey, cop, how you doing? So we're doing the things, like where you have a baton or just the flicker. Like the thing that's like this big, but when you flick it out, inertia, centripetal acceleration and all that, like, now you have something for a baton, right? But we're doing with this. This thing doesn't look much. What Sean did was here. He hit me in the third eye, like Matt said. Could have hit me here. Could have been bleeding. Could have hit me in the nose, here, many, many places. But here is just like storm shadow or... No, I don't recall a single thing. I should be timing out all of you. Sean, did you learn anything or just I have to use a bigger stick? I mean, if I was strong enough, like that, like Hulk or Brock Lesnar, he could pull this out and then beat you through. But this is part of my defensive. If something comes at me and I just move aside, it's gonna hit this. Okay? If you guys watch Witcher, the bounty hunter also has a sword, like this, and then clang, 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 whoop, 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 and then he grounds it, grabs the guy by the back of the head, and slams it into the pommel. That's where you're using the ground. Yeah. Listen, Buddha is a dickwad. He's a cheater and a piece of shit. He teaches all his people about, reincarnation. He's raining, REI, them with carnations. You sell flowers as a Buddhist. Idiots. Okay? I don't like Buddha. I've been the Buddha. What is the noble truth if you're a real Buddhist? You evangelizing recruiter. Okay? There's one truth that if you have studied Buddhism with all your force or less of your force, you can quote the one. But the odds are good in all this that you don't know, you'll be like, don't know, might as well let you tell me. Sir, have a nice night. You don't know the main precept. So I'll ask you, have you looked into telling me all you know about the main precept of Buddhism? I'll use your words, but with my agenda. And you don't know it. I know it. If I ask a question, what's 1 plus 1? I say 2. Not a big deal, right? Whereas you ask a question, even you don't know the answer to all that. How do you know I did or didn't look into Buddhism? You're just trying to find out, Tommy. Okay? If your brains are hurting, of course, you got hit in the head. That's CTE, concussion, trauma, encephalitis. Do you guys study medical stuff? Have you fallen off a building like I have? No, you haven't. I would know. Okay, so that's why I limit myself to harmless, pitiful, very tiny weapons. Okay, so do you accept that I was Buddha in all this before you? I just say the simple yes or no, because you're intrigued and use the word brother. So many people have tried to brother to me. Do you know what happens to all my brothers? I don't either. Good. So that's much more aggressive like Sean, like Alec baldness or hair loss or something. Okay, the main precept is, do you see me at all? And that's another yes or no. A lot of Buddhism is what we call a yes ladder. Yes, no. Right? Okay. But you're misspelling. Your muscle memory is telling you no. Because if you did believe in all this, typos could not stop you. Good. You see me. Now, here's the precept. When you see the Buddha or the Mendez, kill him. I'll get wherever you're based right now. Let's say you're 1 trillion light years from me or next block. One person in all of this crept up on me on this side, crossing the street. I jumped out of my skin. I was like, either this motherfucker just killed me or he stepped in the breach and ate like 93 trillion bullets from me. Either way, I'm happy he's walking that way. So I ask you again, can you tell me all about the principle, precept of Buddhism? Wrong. Wrong. Very wrong. You are so far, you might as well be a Satanist at this point. Do you know the meaning of the word not that you promote? When you're teaching, like, this is what New York tax code is all about, pay me first and then pay the mayor. I don't think that's true. If I ran around all day for tax preparation, you got to pay me first and then pay the mayor. Maybe that's how it used to work, but that's not how it works for real. You know, H&R Block and all that shit. So tell me, this transition from Eskrima, but as a marauder interrupter, or you're seeking standard mod being baby mod, these guys, see, that make sure when you're selling product, Sprite removes all your wings because I said so. Sprite will not back you on this one. The Sprite salesman said all that, but we gave him official documentation. He wandered a bit, a little bit of the exaggeration, enthusiasm. But if we get into trouble for it, he's going to hang. Okay? Same thing with Buddhism, same thing with all religions. Okay? So let's revisit this. The main precept in Buddhism, since I was the Buddha and I didn't like it, because there's a reason, and that's the answer. I'm not going to give you the answer first. I'll ask you a question. Okay? So if the main precept of Buddhism is if you see the Buddha on the road, kill him. What is the mistake there? Here's the smiling Buddha test. I'll put my phone here and do this. Again, I believe that evasions exist because you just evaded answering my question. Are you Jewish? You're answering my question with another question. And then I'll keep answering your question with other. How Jewish are you? Have you had a bar mitzvah? Is Tommy a Jewish name? Is Thomas a Jewish name? Etc., etc. That's what going into Buddhism rabbit hole will get you. An unending chain of questions that are not relevant to anything you know. You're trying to figure out what they don't know, and that's stupid. See? That's the emotion. Are you Jewish? You ask a question, I ask a question. You don't answer my question, I don't answer all your questions. That's how Buddhism works. He can reincarnate, you cannot. So, since you're upset about being accused of being Jewish, how Jewish are you now? Do you see how, even without a question mark, there's no real answer here? It's just like I've seen Norm Macdonald being interviewed by Larry King. Well, Norm, I gotta ask this. Do you have a car? Why do you have a car? Do you like cars in general? I'll see you next interview. Oh, you're German. So I'm gonna teach you, since I've never heard of a German Buddhist other than Adolf Hitler, there's only two German phrases that I need, and I'll tell you. Achtung, ja gut. I'm sure, since you don't want to discuss German, like if I ask a German, hey, that, the Mercedes or that thing, why are all these holes in the side? Since you're German. You're not going to say for the machine guns, you're going to say for venting, for air conditioning, for heating. Right? I'm German. Ich kann, ja gut, Achtung. A lot of these people in chat, maybe they don't like German so much. He is. But say all that in German. Okay? The lesson's over with the scream. This is called derail. Supposed to be home. I'm out of cigarettes. I'm disarmed and I'm going to sink. Okay? I don't think he's speaking German because here's the trick about my two phrases. If you're better at German, then you can teach all of them, the bus, German for free. That's why I say, ja gut. You're offering your services for free. Yes, good. Be careful. I wish I could, brother. Look at that smile. That smile of a trillionaire.
Me?
Yes, sir. You gotta believe. Then I give it to you. It's yours. That's all I can give you. Pass through the wall, $1 trillion of strength to here. That smile and the laugh. Look at that. You too.
Have a good day. Get on the day.
Thank you. Right. See how people see the homeless and they want to give orders. Save him. Feed him. Oh my God. Hold on. See, even Matt, even Mark, all of the people, fans. Hey, Ice Poseidon, fall down a river and die, so we can be amused at home, and we'll move on to the next streamer, because you're all expendable, like napkins. Some of us are catching on. No, you do it first. Matt doesn't even live stream. I don't think he even hugs his mom, let alone a homeless person. Where does all these commands come from? You know? Hey, Bruce, my friend, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. I don't know if you felt that hug, but you would. But don't you hear the word but? If Bruce ever said the shit that you guys say, hug him, I'd be like, hey, Bruce, stop hugging all the homeless because leave some for me. You don't know how rude Bruce is. Yes, or not enough questions. That's good. That's your first real answer in Buddhism. Attack the person, not the ideology. Very good. You're well on your way to becoming the Buddha. Look forward to killing you on the road. Yeah, thank you for your trust. Don't be too trusting though, man. Like in the fire is treacherous. You think like, oh, okay, I have a stick and there's people on the other side. All I have to do is poke a hole and there's something called backdraft. You endanger yourself and others, and probably those children. You are making more claims. Even your question marks are now assaults, Tommy. The time for questions is gone. Say goodbye to all your questions. What you used to think was a distraction is now your main weapon. Claims. Keep asking questions. I like it better when Tommy makes claims, you know? What? I am not the Buddha. I know this for certain. Cool. Can you say cool? What if the Buddha was named Cool? Right? How many times have you said cool in your life and summoned the Buddha, but didn't have any rewards for him or even a birthday present? Do you know his birthday? Do you know where Genghis Khan is buried? These are the questions that you're asking. It's like in the forums, conspiracy theory forums, it's like, where are Trump's tax returns? And if you all post them, I'll never post in this forum again. And then the moderators and the users, the regulars, look through this usernames like, has this person contributed? I don't think so. So you're not a big loss. No. Are you guys boyfriend, girlfriend, or? I don't know. Okay, all right. I'm an uncle. You know, that uncle energy. Gotta ask. Sorry. You see? You gotta make claims. That's how you ask questions as the Buddha. You get their attention with a laugh. Why are you laughing? Now that's a Buddhist. When you're tired, rest. When you're sleepy, sleep. When you're angry, fight. But Buddha sat under the tree for like 20 whatever years. Oh, is your life in jeopardy? I think you should report the stream and we'll find out all the ways that could come true. You know? I talk with Hebron, who sets me up for things. You're not the first or last Jew to set me up. You know what I mean? It's always so obvious to me in all this who is of Jewish heritage. They say something and then they try to catch you in some sort of trap. And then there's a thing like, I feel threatened. I'm a victim here. If I was actually Jewish, I'd notice that about myself, and I'd be like, not gonna do it. I'm more creative than all that. Okay, goodbye. Shall we make it more permanent? Matt, you want to time him out for, I don't know, a day? He wants it. He's requesting. I've seen this on X. Like, there's a barrister, a black one, is like, you're being an asshole to a Jewish person. That person is like, what do you have against Jewish people? I don't have anything about Jewish people. It's you that's being an asshole. Make it something bigger than it's not. So let's make it all official. You know? Be careful, NYPD or whatever. Even if you were trained in Israel, they're gonna abuse. You gotta set your own gatekeeping. And that's good. I'm glad you came. First, there's Sean. Sean's pretty pissed that he didn't get the full Eskrima lesson because you all have your own issues. Where are you going, Sean? I'm going to learn Eskrima. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you all. It's been an hour. That should be enough, I think. Well, I'm gonna. Bye.